Hello everyone and welcome back to the breakdown. Today I want to be going over the top 5 best shaders packs of 2020. These are all updated. They are ready to go in the latest version of Minecraft, and overall they should be updated for a very long time going forward because they are just very good, very popular, and very good developers behind the shaders pack. So these are long term, these are great, and you're going to love them in 2020 and hopefully for years to come. But first and foremost, we do have a message from our sponsor, which is Apex Minecraft Hosting. You can check out Apex at the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex, to get an incredible 24-hour DNOS protected Minecraft server for you and your friends. We actually love Apex so much that we host our own server, play.breakdowncraft.com on them. So again, if you're looking for a great Minecraft server for you and your friends to love and enjoy, check out Apex at the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump right on into this. So on your screen, while we're going over all of these shaders packs, you're going to be seeing them on like B-roll, right? And all the B-roll is taken on play.breakdowncraft.com. So if you want to check out that server, you can check it out in the description. But all of the B-roll is taken, so that way you can see these on screen while you're watching this video, because me saying this is what the shaders pack looks like doesn't really do much. The best thing you can do is actually see it for yourself. So we're going to be showing all of these on screen in B-roll, and we're going to be putting up in the top corner all of that stuff, what shaders pack it is. That way there's no confusion. However, you can find all of these linked in the description down below, as well as our article on the top 5 best shaders packs. If you want to go through things quickly, you can check out that in the description down below and see all the best shaders packs that are on this list, plus a few more, and find the best one for you. But nevertheless, let's just jump right into this. So first and foremost, we have BSL Shaders. Now, this shaders pack is a very dark shaders pack at night, right? This shaders pack is super dark at night, and that is a downside for me of a lot of these shaders packs, but it's something I'm going to mention. Nighttime is something that you have to kind of overcome with shaders packs in all ways, because it is so dark, even in well-lit areas. Our spawn in vanilla Minecraft is pretty well lit, but that's not the case here in a shaders pack. It's very dark, it's very dim, and it's dark. It's like there's no lighting at all with some of these shaders packs. However, BSL is a lot better at night than some of the ones later in this pack, because it does have a softer light at night around torches and light sources, so that those torches do something, but not as wide of a net as you would expect out of, say, vanilla Minecraft. So you have some soft light around the torches and some soft light around, glowstone and things, and it's not as bright as vanilla Minecraft, which some would say is okay, but to me, I like brightness, and that's one of the downsides of this shaders pack. Now, when you move on to daytime in the shaders pack, there is like a yellow tint, right? So there's a yellow tint in the daytime, and it's like a soft look, like a soft sort of foggy almost sort of a look, which I kind of like. I like that a lot. I think it makes it a little more yellow and a little more bright and things like that you can kind of, it reminds me of like, this is a sunny day in our life. That's what it kind of reminds me of when you're in the daytime with this shaders pack. Now, one thing I do want to mention is the sun rays. The sun rays on this pack is the second best sun rays on our list, and they're really good. If you go behind buildings and move, you can actually see the individual rays kind of casting down on you and moving, and it reminds me of like a really sunny day in real life. That's what I'm saying. So, you go behind, like you're in the shade, you can move out of the shade, almost see the rays of sun, and that is absolutely incredible, something very unique. And then last but not least, interiors. Interior is very playable with the BSL shaders pack, and it is great because torch lighting looks good, glowstone looks pretty good, and it's very similar to vanilla. And the fact of you can see pretty well in Minecraft vanilla, you're going to be seeing pretty well with this shaders pack. It's not going to be as bright as Minecraft vanilla, but you can't expect that out of a shaders pack. It's as close as you're going to get without, being like vanilla Minecraft with shaders. So great stuff there. BSL shaders pack is a great shaders pack, and one that's kind of like, it's not the darkest at night, but it's pretty dark. It's not the brightest in the daytime, but it's pretty bright. It's not the darkest in the interior, it's not the brightest in the interior. It's kind of middle of the road. That's why I'll put it first on this list, but that's not where things end. We move on to Continuum Shaders. Continuum Shaders specifically, we're looking at Continuum Shaders version 2 here, which is going to be what your most recent download is at the time I'm making this video. And one of the things that I really like about Continuum Shaders is that in the daytime, it gives a completely different lighting setup than the rest of the shaders packs in this list. It has a almost blue, whitish light in the daytime, right? So it's not a pure white light. It's not yellow for sure. It's almost a blue light in the daytime. And the shadows being blue and things like that really set it apart from the rest of the shaders packs in this list. So that is something that I really want to mention. The daytime in this pack is unique. It is nothing, no other packs on this list have this blue tint like Continuum does, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to add it up to the top. I like things being unique and different per shaders packs, and Continuum does that unique lighting right there. Other than that, it is a relatively bright exterior lighting for a shaders pack. It's not the brightest, but it's pretty bright. And on top of that, we move on to nighttime, which is torch based lighting, right? So basically, if there's a torch there, it's going to be bright, but if there's no torch, it's not bright at all, right? So it fades off very quickly there. So if you see there's a torch and you have a very defined radius around that torch, and then outside of that torch, it doesn't work, right? It's just not there. And that is a downside, right? That is a downside of this shaders pack, in my opinion. It should be a little better at night. The light should fade out more at night. It doesn't do that. It just kind of almost hard cuts off in some ways around torches. Moving to interiors, they're actually pretty bright, and I would almost compare them to Minecraft Vanilla without looking bad. They still look good, but they are the brightest on our list by far with interiors. Something that's very, very important to me personally when using a shaders pack, because I spend quite a bit of time in mines and things like that, and if you can't see in mines, then it's kind of annoying. So what's great is Continuum Shaders is going to allow you to do that. Seeing in these interiors here, they're lit with torches and glowstone and things, and you can see perfectly without any issues in the interior. And that's something that I really, really like about this shaders pack, and that's why it's coming in number 2. It's the best interior, and I think interior lighting is so important with shaders packs, and it's ignored in so many of them. Moving on from there, we do have Sonic Ethers, unbelievable shaders, also known as SEUS Shaders, and specifically this is the SEUS Renewed version of shaders, their new updated Sonic Ether shaders pack that relatively recently released. Is pretty new to the basically shaders pack market, if you will. And from there, the daytime with SEUS Renewed is very bright. It's probably one of the brightest we have on our list here, with it being like a more white light than a yellow light, right? There are yellow shaders packs, which we're going to talk about here in a second, and there are more white light shaders packs. This is very much so on the white light spectrum when it comes to shaders packs, and very, very bright in the daytime. Now at night, on the other hand, it's pitch black. I mean, even when there's well-lit areas and things like that, it is pitch black at night, and that's a downside. I think you really need better outside nighttime lighting with this shaders pack for me to use it. However, you might like it, and you can play around with the shaders options. Maybe there's some stuff to brighten it at night or something like that, but overall, by default, just default settings here, you're not going to have any good luck with nighttime. It's just not going to work well with this shaders pack. Now, moving to interiors, unfortunately, that darkness does continue into the interior. It's very dark interiors, very, very, dim and just hard to see in some places and things like that. I mean, you've seen, for example, how easy it was to see in Continuum Shaders versus SEUS, right? SEUS is just completely black, completely dark, can't see anything. Rather annoying whenever you're actually playing the game. So that's something you really want to look out for, in my opinion. And unfortunately, SEUS doesn't do great on it. But if you're looking for daytime screenshots and things like that, or playing in the daytime, it is absolutely incredible and a great shaders pack to look at. Now, next on our list, we have Chocapic Shaders. Chocapic Shaders is more of a unique one on this list. We're going to be testing the medium shaders pack, where they have the high, medium, light, all these different versions. We have the medium one on in this video, for full disclosure there. Moving on from that, now, nighttime with Chocapic Shaders pack is incredibly dark. It's one of the darkest on our list, if not the darkest on our list. SEUS gives it a run for its money, to be honest. So these two are kind of comparison. SEUS is very dark at night, so is Chocapic Shaders. It's really personal preference as far as that goes. I am a stickler. It is a very important thing for me whenever a shaders pack is dark. I like bright Minecraft, and this shaders pack doesn't provide that at night. It's incredibly dark, it's hard to see, and I would give as far as to say if you are exploring at night, it truly is pitch black. Now, you might say that's more realistic, and you'd be right, but it's just not how I like to play Minecraft. So if you want a very, very, very dark exterior at night, that is going to be great for you. Now, moving on to the daytime, it gives it a very unique daytime look with more of a hazy daytime gameplay. Very, very cool and very, very yellow, right? So it's more of a yellow tint, it's a hazier gameplay, and that is going to make it very, very unique on this list when most of these have been more white, blue. This is a yellow with a haze that really kind of makes it look like, just a dusky day, for example, in Minecraft, and comparing it to real life, maybe at sunset or something. It's like that all the time in Minecraft. It's awesome. It's a very, very cool look, very, very unique look. Actually something I could see myself playing with if I wanted to, have more of a sunset tropical vibe. This would give it for you. And then on top of that, the blues, the greens, the reds, the brighter colors in Minecraft really do pop with this shaders pack. I mean, they pop and they are bright, very bright. So that is something that is very, very cool about Chocapic Shaders that none of these other on this list have. It's very, very bright, hazy, yellowish tint gameplay. Pretty cool stuff. Kind of a tropical vibe in my opinion. And then last but not least, moving on to the interiors, they are great in my opinion when it comes to brightness. They're not super dark, they're not super bright, and they're kind of in that middle place, right? Whereas Continuum Shaders were very, very bright, and SEUS Shaders were very, very dark on the interiors. This one's kind of right in the middle. It's very usable, it's very playable, and that's something that I like to see. I like to see a playable shaders pack, and I would give this one that. It's a very playable shaders pack with, Nighttime being pretty dark, so you're going to have to, really do your lighting there. But on your interiors, you're going to be able to actually use your interiors, light them normally, have some dark corners, but that's okay. And then in the daytime, it's going to look great with that more, sunset, hazy sort of thing that is just very, very unique to Chocapic's pack. Now, last but not least on our list here is one that you've probably heard of, and that's Sildur Shaders. Now, specifically, we're using the Sildur's Vibrant Shaders, and on top of that, we're testing the medium version of Sildur's Vibrant Shaders here. Now, I will say that if Sildur's Vibrant Shaders, you like that, maybe you try some of the other ones, right? There are a few different Sildur Shaders pack that you can enjoy and check out, but Vibrant Shaders is what we're showcasing here because I like more vibrant colors. I'm a little biased with the list. That's the thing. It's about making a list like this. So it's going to be a little bit of biased, and I do like more vibrant shaders pack. That's why I went with the medium version of Sildur's Vibrant Shaders here. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump on into this, shaders pack and take a look at it in game. So this is a more bright and vibrant shaders pack on the outside. Sorry if I keep saying resource pack. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's shaders pack is what we're looking at. Very bright on the outside and very, vibrant. A little more of a yellow tint, not the most yellow of tint. But one thing I do want to mention here, the sun rays on this shaders pack are incredible. Next to level, best on the list by far. I mean, just amazing. Coming around buildings, being able to see that, and you can see it all the time. Right? There's not a time you can't see it. It's absolutely incredible. I absolutely love it. And overall, it is 10 out of 10 when it comes to shaders packs sun rays. I mean, there's just that sun coming down with those rays. It is amazing. I wanted to showcase it here because it's so unique. Now, when you move into the interiors, right, they're okay as long as there's a lot of lighting, right? If you have very, very high torch and glowstone and things like that, like content, right, a lot of torches, a lot of glowstone, you're going to be able to see. But in lower light areas, it is going to be harder to see. It's going to be a lot darker, and that is something you have to think about. If you have a darker area, you're going to need to add some more stuff to that in order to be able to see with this shaders pack. So keep that in mind. Now, this is a darker shaders pack at night. That's kind of a theme that we've been seeing. For, in my opinion, pretty much all of these are too dark, but it's not as dark as SEUS, so that is something to think about. It's dark at night. It's not the darkest on our list. It's probably somewhere in the middle of the road, and overall, can't really complain about it. Not the best at night, not the worst at night, kind of somewhere in the middle, and not really going to say much other than that, except for the fact the moon is stunning. Very, very bright, very, very bright, but you can definitely tell that the moon is where this lighting is coming from, right? Now, I will give them props on that. Some of the other packs, they're so dark, it's like there's no moon at all. No, there is a moon. It's up there, and this one does make sure that's clear and does make sure that's where the lighting's coming from. So props on that. I love that. I just wish we could see a little more out of those torches and light sources, but I think that's just me on that one. So nevertheless, there you have it. Those are the 5 best shaders packs for Minecraft in 2020. We do have our in-depth list in the description down below. If you don't know how to install shaders, there's a video on your screen right now, as well as in the description down below on how to get shaders in Minecraft. But nevertheless, my name is Nick. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy your shaders packs, and I am out. Peace.